Hey guys, Urban Z here, welcome to a new YouTube video on the channel. So today I'm sure you guys have seen the thumbnail and the title, we'll be putting a new front end on the car and also adding a spoiler, which is from the XR6 series for the AU. So we're gonna get straight into the spoiler and then we're gonna go just start putting on the front end, doing the bonnet, front bumper bar, headlights, all that stuff. So stay tuned, enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe and comment as well. And let's get started. Right, so straight off the bat, we're at the wreckers here. We found an XR6 in the yard that was being wrecked. We grabbed the spoiler off of that with the tail light as well. And we just need to paint that in preparation of putting it on the car. Yep, has the light there. And grab the wire as well. And now we're just masking up some measurements just to get a rough idea where to drill the holes for the bonnet, because the spoiler's been painted, it's ready to go on the car. So if you guys can see here, we're going to drill, just drilling those holes in. We've marked it with some Sharpie, and yeah, just got to do both sides. And we're just doing a bit of test fitting here, just double checking, make sure everything fits up with the holes, and then we're going to go through the boot and just double check and make sure that those holes went through fine, and we can chuck a nut on the end. Alright, so the wing is sitting on both sides. You have to open it up, put some silicone, strap some more bolts onto it. The dodgiest of AU jobs. And then we're gonna figure out the wiring for the brake light that's there. But it's supposed to go down through this little thing here, which you might need to get a loom to. So we're gonna worry about the wiring all later. So pretty much now we're just sticking on the spoiler to the back of the car with some silicone, and then we're gonna tie up the bolts and it should just sit on perfectly. Right guys, the spoiler has now been fully put on. We've had to get the wire, we just got some random loom that clips onto it, and then 2 wires that just go all the way down here through the boot, through this little thing, down under, if you guys can see, down under there, and then rigs up to where the brake light would be, so it piggybacks off the brake light. So I'll quickly show you guys it working, just give me 1 sec. So as you guys can see, the light is working, the spoiler is now done. So now we're moving on to the front bar here. We have the indicators, the front bar has been freshly painted. Then I'm going to show you the bonnet where we got from wreckers. This needs to be polished and all that. It's been sanded, so that should come out. And the front headlights. So we got most of the stuff all from a Facebook Marketplace deal, which had all the headlights, front bar and stuff. All we need to do is just get that painted. So first things first, taking off the grille, and then we're going to start taking off the front bar and the headlights, and then we'll tackle the bonnet. Whilst I'm just taking out the grille here, I'm just going to quickly explain for anyone wondering why we're changing the bonnet. So pretty much my car is a Series 2 AU, and to have the XR6 front you need to have a Series 1 bonnet. Just for anyone wondering, or if they wanted to do it at home, there you go, there's your answer. So whilst the old man tackles the headlights, I'm just getting off the inner lining of the front wheels so we can get the stone tray off and the front bar. So there's about 100 screws here, but we do eventually get it off, and you'll see that here just in a second. Stone tray's now off, about 20 little screws and bolts. We just have to take off the inner lining of the front wheels because there's a bolt behind here that's holding in front bumper bar, so I'll take it off on both sides, and then it should be a lot easier to just get it out. So this is where the front bar just comes off. As you can see, the front bar is absolutely shot. There was like a massive crack in it and just looked disgusting. And finally, the last thing for putting on the new stuff is just taking out these headlights, and as you can see, we've also taken off that little plastic crash bar part of the front. So in this clip, I'm just showing you guys what the headlights look in the front, and we're just doing a little cheeky test fit, making sure all the bulbs work and all that stuff. There's one bolt at the top that fits, but we need to tap one on the right side, as you can see right here. So all the globes are on now. It's just these ones here we need to loom, as the ones from the stock AU doesn't fit. But yeah, I'm gonna chuck on the front bar now, and then the bonnet. So just putting on the front bar here, it was a tiny bit of a struggle. Just trying to line up with the fender, make sure it all sits kind of flush, whilst also not trying to damage the front bar, because if you know any of the Tickford stuff, they are impossible to find. Alright, the front is in. Didn't line up perfect with the fender, but not too bad. Going outwards a bit, but I'm just gonna do all the bolts now, and then do the stone tray and the bonnet. Alright, the inner lining it's now been fixed off, and stone tray, you guys can see that, is self-tapped because most of the bolts don't really line up. And finally, we're just swapping over the bonnets. So we're getting rid of the old bonnet. I've taken off the water lines for the water jets as they sit on the bonnet and needs to be replaced. And this is the new Series 1 bonnet that's going in. And we're just doing up the bolts. And we just got to test fit a few times. And if it all fits good, fully bolted in, and it should just sit. Right, as you guys can see, the XR6 front is on, as well as the cheeky spoiler at the back. So the indicators work, the main headlights work, put on the new bonnet. We've routed up these water jet lines. I'm just gonna polish the bonnet and match it all around with the spoiler as well. And then I'm gonna put on the logo there, and then the water jets, just to make sure the areas around it don't look uneven and all that stuff. So yeah, the only problem is the plug for the back of those lights, which I think is maybe one of the high beams or one of the Parkers or something. They need another switch, like a little loom to actually plug into the stock standard wires. So I'm gonna have to get that, but yeah, we're gonna do that all in another video. So yeah, that's pretty much going to conclude this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Next video, we're going to be doing some extractors and a high flow cat. We're going to have to get a shop to do the high flow cat because I do not have a welder, and just going to be a lot easier doing that way. But we will install the extractors before we take it there. And yeah, hopefully you guys will see the polished product of what the XR6 front end and spoiler all looks like once it's all polished up and the bonnet doesn't look all hazy and stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe like always. Comment anything you have to say down below. If you loved it, if you hated it, just let me know. And see you guys in the next one. Ciao.